The replay should be frozen until he catches up to us.
He's already loaded it, all right?
Alright, here
Okay,
we go.
yeah.
Welcome to 4-leaf clover. Hopefully we're all sort of caught up here at 10 seconds. Voodoo versus Zock, German on German, and both playing as UEF. Let's see what happens on this one. This map pisses me off because there's reclaim in the middle, but it's not so much that it completely ruins the game, but it ruins the game 90% of the time.
Yeah,
See what Zock and AULEX think about this.
The thing is, there is enough reclaim to fill your storage and even more.
you can kind of ignore it though and get yourself the expansion, and then
Yeah, but the problem, real problem is when your opponent getting this reclaim with engineer, not with ACU. Then
yeah.
the engine is so much
he
faster.
doesn't invest.
that's why you gotta send out early scouts.
Well,
what I usually do is mech marine and scout first, and then just go straight through. And if they don't see the engineer, they just go and go raiding, and then like 5 engineers after that.
Well, I can say what my build order is. I'm sending first engineer there, second engineer is going to the Hydro, and then I make Mantis, then Hunter, and then Mole, and most of
that counters my build order perfect.
most of the time I'm getting
from Root.
this reclaim, or at least some of it.
Yeah, that third Mantis is good because it's so quick and it will counter any kind of light assault bots.
We're gonna see that
but
Voodoo is gonna be really
if you make
behind.
3 mech marines, you can actually catch me.
Make 3 mech marines on this map. First 3 mech marines, you're crazy.
Oh
You're
my
maybe
god,
either
you
Pebble or you're
you
crazy.
saw Samurai replays.
Long
Samurai.
time ago. Yeah.
Oh, he made like 10 and raided to the back, and actually that worked once against Deathly.
Looks like identical build orders in terms of factories, but the ACU for Zock much more aggressive.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get that. Well, there's gonna be an engineer out for Voodoo though, so it'll be interesting who gets the reclaim. Engineer a
Zock
little
very
bit faster.
defensive, no raiding units. He's just got a lot of engineers and a scout with ACU moving out to the middle. As Voodoo actually walked all the way to his Hydra, which is crazy.
One thing on this map that's really nice is, well, probably not for UEF, but for other factions, definitely first bomber. You can get that early engineers going to the middle, and also all those engineers spamming out power. Definitely a great option.
First bomber is pretty good, except that you tell the other person you don't have too many raiders, so then you can deny a lot of mass extractors and expending engineers with light assault bots.
You can actually see first bomber for, the first bomber is going to be for Voodoo on his air factory. That'll be interesting how that UEF bomber performs.
And actually it's
Much
very
faster.
different from usual Voodoo play. He usually rushes with ACU to the middle. I've seen it a lot of times, and I'm not getting every wreckages with first engineer because Voodoo walking so fast to the middle.
It's interesting how, I don't know who's queuing it up, but they're grabbing all the mass that doesn't really matter.
It's Voodoo.
It's like 2.
It's Voodoo queuing all the buildings, but actually he queuing the most valuable first, and then others. And actually those 2 buildings on the left worth some mass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And from Voodoo, it looks much better so far in terms of
Oh,
units
2
that he
tanks
has.
on the right.
Yeah, those are going to be huge.
But I think Voodoo's going to
bomber.
get an advantage here. He's going to be able to grab probably 2 of those wreckages before Zock's going to be able to kill the engineer.
Yeah, Zock paying the price of being very defensive here, but he's going to have a lot bigger base.
Oh my god.
Voodoo does see the engineer with the scout though.
Will he get this bomb, the UEF bomber? Will he redeem?
Oh.
He will kill. Oh no.
Oh, now Voodoo's starting
Such
to
a
waste.
pathetic
Oh,
bomber.
it's successful.
Well, it killed 1. When it should have killed 3. An underachiever.
Yeah, if that would be Seraphim, it could kill 3 and damage factory more and damage power generator more. And actually could be much more easy micro ball. Oh my god.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Nice.
UEF
Nice
bombers.
Right there. As still searching for the mass that's not there. I think he got robbed in the middle. That is, he did a lot of walking for nothing.
Somehow Zock have much more score advantage.
Yeah, if you look at the
But
reclaim
this
now,
raiding on the right.
Yeah, those
will
tanks are so brutal.
But in this situation I just sent engineer. I'm almost always send engineer through the middle and then to the right. I'm not sending engineer this path. But I usually still protecting it.
Shit, this is just like 5 bombers from Voodoo.
but they're doing nothing.
They're missing. They're just being annoying as hell.
Oh man.
Oh,
2 engineer
great
kills right there.
bomber.
Yeah. Really lucky bomber. Lucky bomber.
Another bomber coming in from the left. They might be able to grab that last engineer building factories.
And actually
Overall,
Zock doesn't... Oh, he still have engineers to make power spam and land spam. But
Excellent
not as
tank
much
on
as
the
he
left
wants.
from Voodoo.
Actually, those bombers were actually quite effective in that it killed a lot of the engineers. It was
Voodoo
Uh,
was Seraph in this game.
a lot of mass, but
Imagine if that all would be interceptors and... Oh my god, my game is really lagging. Oh.
yeah,
It's very strange. It is. It paused for me as well.
yeah, the game's frozen for me.
It's not just... I'm getting real lags like frozen game.
Yeah, same here.
Same?
Yeah, I'm getting that stuttering.
Yeah,
So-
I had that. Hopefully it stops. Maybe it's some connection.
Voodoo tried to kill engineers of Zock and sacrificed his air supremacy. He had no
actually-
chance.
Zock now, he's gonna have both expansions with his ACU on the right side with the PD and all those tanks on the left side.
Yeah, he had so much more land factories as well, so he's gonna have a huge advantage.
Yeah, you can just look at the score and at the power production. And actually idle engineers for Voodoo, 4 of them, just there.
And also, Voodoo, kind of behind in power now. Almost 80 power behind. He's gonna try and catch up with that single engineer.
Reclaim is basically same, but Zock reclaimed a little bit more forest.
And now we can see Voodoo's ACU marching towards the center of,
Yeah,
towards,
that's
Zock's
not
base.
bad.
I think Voodoo's gonna try to get a fight here. But
Yes.
neither player is gonna get engineers into either
Transport
expansion,
and
so
T2 extractor from
Oh, yeah.
Zock. Oh, actually,
Oh, that's gonna
tanks.
be a tank drop.
And
Is the engineer
actually,
gonna be in there, maybe? Yeah.
you
so
should
he's probably
know
gonna
that
drop to the
malls are working inside of transports. Oh, and of course Snoops and all the T1 Scout working inside of transports. I use a transport like this to get radar coverage fast.
It's a very expensive scout.
yeah, it is. But it's also got special abilities.
I would drop engineer to get expansion and not drop it.
Definitely.
to
Yeah, I
the
don't
engine.
understand
Yeah.
why that engine.
He's
was
got the
huge.
tanks there already, so yeah, just drop the engineer and then
And
drop
now
the other ones.
Zock he invested in transport, invested in T2 extractor, and invested in higher amount of power, also interceptor advantage, and he's still making interceptors, and he kinda have less tanks now.
Yeah, he's giving up
Yeah.
the middle point defense taken out. I
And
think
some of
Voodoo
his
can take
tanks
over.
are actually on the sides, denying
Yeah,
Filling up
expansion.
engineers. That one tank in the top top right expansion, denying those 2
Yeah.
mexes. Now,
Voodoo actually now reacting, he's not going kind of all in or super
it-
pressuring, he's now trying to counter it and
it'd
playing
be
kind
interesting
of...
if Zock starts a ferry command to
Oh my
Voodoo's
god,
base.
Zock.
Oh, drops
Oh,
the engineer.
Yeah, he's
I'm not
realizing
sure
this.
Yeah.
I think
This will
he,
be very devastating. Is Voodoo does not have too many mass extractors. This will be really
he could
bad.
just capture it with engineer and drop those tanks somewhere else.
Possibly build a proxy base right there if he had more
Yeah, that
engineers.
engineer's doing nothing.
Proxy base
Oh,
there.
he should have picked that engineer back up and dropped it back to the expansion. Or just build on the mexes. Or he could actually, you know what he could do? He could reclaim those rocks. That
I'd love
wouldn't
to
be.
see an anti-air turret right there, and then get an air fight there.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, but one thing Zock could do is start a ferry command and start dropping things
Those-
into Voodoo's base.
A chunk of tanks on the right, actually with a scout.
That's a bit of an overkill, though.
Yeah, I
He
think. Yeah, Voodoo hasn't had much luck in going into the expansions. He completely taken over the middle, though.
Another
Total air
extractor,
coverage
and
fire.
actually what Zock does really often, he upgrades extractors that stand alone. The first extractor that he should upgrade should be connected to the factories, to the 3 factories, and the second that one connected to the 2 factories, but he got like exactly opposite.
Oh, and now Voodoo's
Voodoo not
force.
coming in.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hard for Zock to defend
Voodoo
against.
have overcharge. Does not.
Yeah,
Zock
and
does not have overcharge either.
those T2 extractors that that Zock getting.
If Zock can somehow defend against this is gonna be a huge reclaim field, but I don't know. That's a lot
The
of
stream
tanks.
of units was pretty great for Voodoo, but now his extractors on the left getting killed.
Well, now Voodoo actually.
Oh my god, Zock reclaimed engineer of Voodoo. Actually, it was an attack move.
We
And
should
I
have
think
actually.
Zock is going to drop engineers into the top
This
expansion.
desperation UEF bombers from Zock.
Yeah,
Will
he's
Zock
actually-
survive?
And actually,
Zock
he's
feels
getting
like a
get the
veteran.
gunship.
Zock is focusing on the tanks while Voodoo's focusing
Power
on the
storage.
ACU, so it's a little bit different right there. T1 PD is maybe.
Zock getting first veterancy and using overcharge, and
Yeah, this,
about to
Zock
get
might
the
survive.
gunship.
he doesn't have any more power for another overcharge though.
2 engineers under fire
Point
from
defense,
everything,
finish.
constructing
that
PD.
might. It's not being. They're not being targeted. Oh,
They
one
need
more
to get
engineer.
killed.
Ooh, that PD gets built. That's gonna be nice.
Ghetto-
There's no walls
ghetto in
around
there.
it. Yeah. Only 4 mech marines.
And now
though.
get a gunship.
Yeah. Are there any
Total
interceptors?
Oh my god,
No interceptors.
there is
Zock-
no way back.
Voodoo's
And
got-
Voodoo getting blocked with UF tanks.
Think
It's
that
like a
Voodoo
wall of
is gonna go
UF
back.
tanks.
He might die here though. There's a PDE
Yeah.
flying
He's
upon
got
him.
a couple of Tech 1 flags coming in as well. Actually, quite a bit of Tech 1 flag and interceptors.
Oh, that PD goes down though with the arty shell.
This looks bad for Voodoo because he lost 4 engineers on the 4 extractors on the left,
So much
Yeah.
reclaim for Zock.
and
this
2
is gonna be
transport on
huge
the field
advantage.
from Zock, and he dropped on the
Yeah, Zock has
right.
dropped the things everywhere. I think he's in good position. He needs to grab the left side. The right side.
Oh, and Voodoo's gonna keep on going into the base. I don't know.
kills.
That's an
They
interesting
want a
move. I don't know.
second.
Yes, since he have anti-air and he killed PD, he can go and push.
But there's loads and loads of tanks though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
at least he's denying reclaim now. He
Oh,
could
that's
try
a-
to kill.
4 power
Stream of
sword
units from
placement.
Voodoo has sort of stopped.
Yeah, he lost his extractors. He can't produce units as fast as he used to do.
He's kind of overbuilding power, I think.
Yeah,
he's got
he never
200 in
stopped
the bank.
power spam, at least with one
Yeah.
engineer. And
Oh,
actually,
no.
Getagon ship is alive for a real long time.
Wow. This is gonna
Another
really
get the
force
gunship.
Zock back.
Needs some stationary flag
Oh,
here as soon as
Voodoo gets a
possible.
nice
There's
little
no
bit of
chance.
veterancy though.
Yeah, veterancy. No flag on the field, so these
Yeah.
gunships.
They could probably kill him.
I think
And
this might be
now
over. Voodoo
tanks-
needs flags.
Zock's tanks from the right moving to the center again, and actually T1 PD on the
point
top,
defense on
Yeah.
the top and expansion.
just in
Oh,
time.
man.
And now
Oh, man, a
reclaim
huge wave
for
of
the
flag coming in
Zock.
now. Oh no, just 4 flags coming in, but I don't know.
It's
They need
not
more.
enough.
These ghettos are
He
a
might.
lot of health.
He'll probably be able to kill off the ghettos, but tanks could possibly kill him.
That's extremely close. I think Zock in this battle, at least, he's got 3,000 reclaims. Going to get a lot
He should
more.
probably land the mech marines if anything.
Yeah, he can make new transports.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. He's landing.
Or
No,
just
no, he's
fly
not.
away and clean up other things, drop in behind.
Yeah, he's not
Stealth.
gonna get the kill. Very
Extremely
close. But now that now with all that reclaim, that's just gonna be essentially a victory for Zock unless
Huge,
Voodoo.
huge advantage, and the expansion on the top belongs to Zock.
This is
massive
actually
yield.
looking epic here. All this reclaim field behind.
11.
Oh, this looks great, yeah. Couple factory attack moves, clean that up nice.
Yeah, it gets a lot of teching. Possibly T2 land probably would be a nice idea, or maybe just a bunch of T2 mixes. Get those mongies, the kite.
I think the build capacity for Voodoo on his air factory, he can go tech to air pretty fast.
Yeah, especially with all that extra power. But
Oh,
does he
power
have a
500
mass
each.
for it? Oh yeah, no, he did have extra power, not anymore.
Zock has really a lot of mass, and this kind of confusing when you have a lot of mass. You
Oh.
can't make a lot of air.
Voodoo's gonna be walking into a tank force right here.
Yeah, it's good. He will clean up and maybe get some veterancy
some
later. He can also get T2 with all his power, and he
Like
will
Voodoo's
get.
gonna deny the right expansion.
Yeah, and also Voodoo's also securing the left expansion with those tanks and his ACU. So Zock's got the reclaim, but Voodoo's gonna have the map control once he gets his engineers in there.
Zock is not upgrading more for now, but getting massive power spam now. And
he
power
needs the
costs a
power.
lot of power.
It's interesting how Zock isn't reclaiming any of those wreckages yet. Well, he's got one engineer, but that's about it.
I guess too much mass, just like too much oxygen, makes one dizzy. Kinda
Yeah,
what would,
Zock have T2 maxes and have maxes on the sides, while Voodoo doesn't have much.
Those mech marines from the ghetto gunship are just gonna get slaughtered from this tank force on the right side.
bad for those.
Artillery cleaning up the point defense on the top. And actually some of Zock's forces, I mean air, got
This is a mistake
Oh.
from Zock. He's gonna lose all this.
and
Yeah.
tanks on the top also about to die. ACU chasing them.
Can actually see another ghetto gunship going to the north.
Looks like T2 upgrade
Yeah, air factory. For Zock.
from the Zock,
Yeah, he's got lots of power.
and
He's
he have
spamming out.
massive mass stall now.
Oh, he's got to reclaim.
Yeah, he need to pay attention because right now he's eco running on 35% speed.
Oh man, that ghetto gunship is actually doing a little bit of nice amount of work. But
They
there's a lot of
saved that
flag.
energy. You should have built that point defense on top of the old one. There's no reason to
Yeah.
start a new one.
You also should reclaim those rocks, if anything.
Voodoo, this will very even numbers between Voodoo and Zock on the left side. Voodoo, much more aggressive with his ACU.
It's interesting how Voodoo, he generally, whenever you see him play, he always has engineers in his force, but you don't really see that in this game. There's just lots of wreckages sitting around with no one reclaiming them.
Got one engine moving in, and
Yeah,
three more.
now a lot of engineers moving in, but maybe
Kind of-
he just messed up his
Oh,
build
no, here
orders.
Voodoo's gonna be coming in again, but this time,
Yeah, it's good for Voodoo. He's getting,
Oh, Zock's
shots.
an upgrade that got cancelled.
but
It's a big-
tank
yeah.
numbers are even. Oh, he cancelled.
more
Yeah,
veterancy though. A little more veterancy for Voodoo.
A little more health for Zock, though.
And it looks like Zock has completely paused his factories. It doesn't need to be unpaused and spamming.
yeah.
One
It
thing I
was
think-
for the upgrade, but now he really need to unpause.
I think Voodoo has Zock has a nice little advantage though, because those factories were taking some of the fire.
Yeah,
Or,
it's only
uh,
factories that
for Zock
producing
on
something.
the right side.
Oh, actually, T2 air.
Oh man, Janus bombers could probably kill off Voodoo if anything.
Janus bombers can kill some reclaim under Voodoo, but not ACU.
Yeah, those are
Maybe.
the easiest bomber to
And
dodge besides
actually-
the attack one.
Voodoo producing a lot of air now. If Zock will switch to something like gunships, he
Actually, interesting
May
how
fail.
Voodoo still doesn't have the left expansion, and Zock's sitting on the right expansion, so he's
three
still
engineers
very,
or
very much
like
behind.
4 engineers reclaiming on the left, and
Yeah, actually, kind of really nice eco balance from Voodoo. He's not really wasting any power,
yeah, they always have such a great eco balance.
but Zock not so much. He's wasting 400 power.
I can't believe Zock held on to that expansion. It's so many good moves. That
He
expansion
had
on the
a
right
factory
side.
there.
Oh,
Yeah,
and he might
That
lose
was a
this
mistake
though.
from Voodoo, I think.
Another force is moving in though.
Oh
And now you
yeah,
see those engineers moving to the left side to grab those mexes. That'll even up the battlefield, but Zock's still sitting on the huge reclaim field.
Zock need to do something with his power because he have little bit too much. First T2 gunship, but air production from
assist
Zock is
Yeah, he's
lower.
got to assist it. A little bit disappointing.
Yeah, and gunship production getting assisted, not engineer production, and interceptor numbers already even, and Voodoo even have some anti-air.
I think Voodoo's gonna take over both expansions here.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, and T2 land actually. Pillars are really good.
T2 mass extractors. Voodoo really coming back here strong.
Maybe
Only
a nice
one T2
assistance
mass
on it.
extractor, and again
He
he built
yeah.
T2 mass extractor that stand alone not
He's
that
got-
connected
yeah.
to the free
It'd be-
factories.
Be really nice to stick it next to that
Oh,
HQ.
really defensive, very defensive T2PD from the Zock.
Got their pet peeves in this game.
Oh, transport gunships.
Oh,
yeah.
those are.
Seldomly seen.
EF gunship can transport one T1 or one T2 unit, I guess.
Oh, it can't transport T3.
Oh, wait, is that... Oh, Voodoo getting T1 anti-air around his ACU, but Zock have a lot of units, can push through
Gonna
the middle.
maybe see a big gunfight on the left side.
Oh,
we're
and
gonna see
now
that-
some of the
that
gunships
gunship's
gonna get wasted.
He's gotta
Need to go to a
use that.
different direction.
Yeah, he's gotta pull those back immediately now. Or use his air. He could probably force an air flight
And
over to flag
Zock
the
is
house,
kinda
I think.
contained here, and Voodoo can move his tanks anywhere to deny expansions, and Zock just
Oh.
sitting in the base.
Here, oh man, that air fight right now.
Oh yeah, not good for Voodoo,
got-
I think.
Yeah, Zock got him behind, but Voodoo, is he microing? No, Zock's microing, Voodoo isn't though.
Yeah, but looks like numbers are for Voodoo. Or,
yeah.
Very
Well,
similar.
oh
That
yeah.
engineer got dropped to the left side, protected by that Stinger.
Oh my god. Now move command from Zock and his interceptor is getting killed.
And
Still even
just-
numbers. And few
Well,
anti-airs
huge armies.
making difference. But real difference is reinforcements from this heavily assisted air factory.
You can see now that actually Zock's got the gun on his ACU while Voodoo's trying to get T2 on his ACU.
And
So-
huge land force. And
This
actually,
gun from Zock's gonna have to make a lot of damage.
Whoever wins this battle right now is just gonna... They're gonna be left a huge amount of mass.
yeah, and
But
actually
Voodoo's at
huge
play.
amount of mass, and securing this, it's really great with T2 ACU.
Yeah, Voodoo's got to fall back though, because he can't really contest against this ACU, because that's going to overcharge all his pillars.
Yeah, he needs to stick to two-point defenses in the middle. Voodoo has such great position right now, he needs to secure it.
I don't know if he can though, because that force is getting pushed against the left side.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it gets cornered,
Zock
yeah.
pushed away, pulled away that
Oh,
force. Yeah,
that
Voodoo
can
canceled.
be the end. Or actually,
I
pillars
think Voodoo
here.
canceled just in time.
I don't know, Voodoo might not die here. He's got to have really nice overcharges, if anything.
Yeah, there's a couple pillars there as well. I think this might be a good move from Voodoo.
Voodoo doesn't have any power storage this late in the game. That's,
What's up with all these noobs not having power storage?
It cost like
no,
a
no.
factory.
I think actually this is going to be great for Voodoo now, because he's going to
So
get
many
a lot of
opportunities
mass.
for overcharges. It's right there.
He's going to get a lot of mass in this situation. He's got the pillars taking
Pillars,
on fire.
yeah.
Full health, 65 killed him.
And Zock is not overcharging a lot. Well, actually, at least he's not wasting power.
Gunships from Zock look so good
Oh.
on either side.
Yeah, Voodoo
Lots-
is not
lots of
really
mass.
controlling interceptors, just patrolling in the middle.
But it does give very nice intel for Zock. I'm sorry.
I would
Voodoo
say
now.
it's great work with pillars.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Voodoo
victory.
won this. He's gonna be given a lot of mass, but Zock has full health ACU, so he can still fight for that reclaim.
I think the middle might be given up by Voodoo here.
Oh,
He needs to
Zock
stick
is
to
making
security.
the 2PDs.
Way too
Yeah.
far back in his base. I think he needs to
I
push
really
further.
think it's when you got Veterancy on UF ACU, it's really cool to get also T2. It
Yes.
makes so many HP for ACU. And run by of Zock's tanks to the left.
You can actually see now that Zock is T2 power, so this will allow for huge amounts of air spam, or possibly
Yeah, allow heal
shield
to.
upgrade, T3 land.
Yeah, Zock being very good with his raids on the left side.
Yeah,
Let's actually look at the attacking, to be honest.
after T2 power he can get another upgrade really fast, like T2. But he can forget about it.
Both players sitting on only 3 T2 mexes. It's funneling all their eco into
And
tanks.
control
Zock
advantage for
have
Zock.
left side with his Stinger drop. Now air fight in the Zock's base. Stinger should
Pick the flag.
evacuate. And still no T2 land. Oh, actually here is T2 land from Zock. We need a flag.
Back to flag here as soon as possible. I'd like to take this opportunity to say that we got a tourney coming up tomorrow for Tuesday. People should check out.
Voodoo just upgraded. Voodoo just upgraded more extractors. Voodoo have 5 T2 extractors.
This would be a good opportunity for Voodoo to go T2 air now that he's denied all of this air production. Get some gunships in there to deny the land forces.
Gunships
for,
actually cost
Zock.
so much mass.
100 each,
bombs?
yeah. That is 420.
Okay, then I think gunships would be a nice option. Maybe ghettos, T2 ghettos.
Voodoo should really fly away with interceptors.
Protective point defenses are going to be really good for Zock.
All those interceptors just flying over all that AA.
And now
Yeah,
Zock.
Zock's ACU looking just absolutely brutal now.
It's got 83 kills now.
And now with T2 power he can overcharge really a lot.
Yeah. All these
Voodoo should run away with his units.
He's just gonna go barreling in.
Voodoo getting his own PD creep.
I don't know how effective that'll be though, because Zock does have T2 land. Just get some mobile missile launchers out.
Oh, and now multiple T2 factories from Zock, and he chose upgrade those connected to the T1 extractor, not to T2. But it's
we
not.
all know what Zlo wants to see.
Yeah.
Proper adjacency.
Yeah, but I'm not always getting proper adjacency myself.
No, Voodoo's gonna be getting out lots and lots of gunships now with that air control he has.
So Zock have more map control and Voodoo have more extractor upgraded, and actually he is making straight T2 extractors with T2 engineer.
Oh, now we got a little battle in the middle.
Yeah, we got a big battle. Voodoo could be in trouble here. I think
Yeah.
it's very dangerous.
Yeah, Voodoo
Doesn't have
should
upgrades.
have retreat much more. And
Oh, he's gonna throw away so many units here to save his ACU. Big victory for Zock. They also think Voodoo's mass extractors on the left so exposed. Those Tech 2s, great target for a drop.
Zock's sitting on 5-star veterancy now, 18,000 health. That's an absolute tank right there.
yeah, need
Zock.
to upgrade. Need to upgrade.
The nice Tech 2 point defenses for Voodoo will stop this assault.
Yeah, he should have retreat to them much earlier.
See, yeah, Zock's is gonna get mobile missile launchers.
And
though, that's the
finally
question.
Voodoo getting the right side. But I think some forces are just started moving there.
Not a lot of scouting from both players.
Zock has been very good at raiding.
And actually Zock
Non-stop
made
raiding.
some scouts now. May
Oh.
send them soon.
Actually, let's look at the reclaim right now. Zock's sitting on about 14,000, Voodoo on about 18,000. So Voodoo better with the reclaim.
T2 gunship spam from Voodoo, but he doesn't have interceptors. They gone somewhere.
He's got a couple, but yeah, he needs more power if he wants to compete in air.
Voodoo doesn't have enough interceptors.
Voodoo's throwing away a bunch of units.
Yeah, he is really should
Streaming them. He should
Feeding
send to the
ACU.
left side. If he wants to do anything
what
effective.
is he trying to do? Is he
No.
snipe here?
he trying to give Zock advantage that he can use his regeneration now.
That's so gullible.
Oh man, this isn't gonna
What
do
does he
anything.
think he's playing? Is he playing like
Maybe he think he's behind,
He's not that. He got more mass, but he's behind.
and
power.
actually flag now. That's really bad.
Tech 2
He
flag?
if
it wouldn't have made a
anything,
difference, but anyway.
he should have forced an airfight with those gunships over some flat. But
On this map actually I would like to see Sparkies.
got one T2 engineer in the field. That's gonna die quickly.
Oh, I didn't know that T2 engineer have like same HP as T1 tank.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Tech 2 engineers are very good with NG mod now. They're a little
I
more
didn't know that
capacity.
they have so low HP. I thought they have like 1000 HP.
No, actually, the Sparky has lots of HP and
Yeah, I
That's the
didn't know
reason
that.
behind
Sparky can't make radar. Like,
yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
very disappointing. But what's nice is that they do have their own radar on them, but it's not that great. Now we
Yeah.
actually see Voodoo getting the gun upgrade.
Oh yeah, the gunships for Voodoo finally. Well, that gunship is gonna die very quickly.
Yeah.
But
oh, we got some pairs.
Units moving to the left, trying to. They gonna kill this T2 extractor, and
Oh,
Voodoo
that's a poor
donated
place.
so many mass.
So much
And
mass.
Sparky reclaiming here. I think he have
15,000.
more build power than regular T2 engineer, so he's reclaiming pretty fast.
Oh, that's that's a very poor placement on T2 mexes. So exposed.
But what else?
I think Voodoo might actually
He might be able to defend
get some
against
victories
this.
here on both sides.
Oh yeah, and that little force. Better unit movement, in my opinion, for Voodoo as he surrounds Zock's force.
Oh, gunships moving to the
This is where
Voodoo's
artillery
back.
is huge.
So much
Yeah,
mass
those
donated,
gunships are gonna
so
be
much mass
excellent.
donated to the Zock. It's
And
too
Zock
hard.
Gonna be
Oh, it's a
getting,
T2.
Yeah, he's getting T2.
It's really what I want to see now.
That's
It's
gonna give
go-
him
on
a
a drop.
huge health boost.
Drop?
Zock's gonna take over on the right side.
Oh, those gunships killing off
yeah.
some T2 mexes.
And now
Really
the
bad
gun
for
for Voodoo.
I don't know how effective that gun will be though with the shields now in play.
Yeah, and Zock can tank enormous amount of damage. And T2
Oh.
extractors getting killed really bad.
Zock's got to force out flak now. I mean, Voodoo's got to force out flak. Well, actually,
Really
Zock's
about gun upgrade, I think it's now like
Oh, too late.
phase
Yeah.
of PD creep, not gun upgrade. Actually, Sparky is really fast.
Yeah, it's actually double the speed, I think. I was talking to Gordon about that yesterday.
Zock absolutely brutal. I think Zock used his air so much better than Voodoo in this one overall.
Yeah, you can get to see the game.
And now assists moving away from Air Factory for Zock.
And now Janus Bomber's being built from Zock.
He can kill
I think
this
he could've
T1 power. Or
He'd probably
actually
just
PDs. You need
Voodoo over.
like 2 passes to kill T2 PD with Janus
Voodoo
Bomber.
working on a Tech 1 point defense for the last like 30 seconds.
Now Zock's gonna finish his upgrade.
No T2 flag for Voodoo actually.
Oh, and Tech 1 flag will be targeted, taken out, and this
Yeah,
is
that's
exposed.
it. Voodoo gonna get sniped here.
Yep.
Zock absolutely
And now we
dominant.
see this epic ACU from Zock.
Yeah,
22,000 HP.
with a parashield assisting it.
This is when Maverick was good, this is what he used to do. Not sure if he cheated or not, but that's what I would always see from him.
Don't really know. He's got a force of flak. Yeah, mobile flak in the back of Voodoo's base, slowly coming, but
On its
don't know
way.
if he'll make it side.
I think Zock
But-
will for sure wipe everything out here, and then Zock
Yeah.
will take position
Yeah.
in the middle.
With
I think
his
those
ACU.
gunships versus those Tech 2 point defenses would be the best before the flag comes.
It's interesting how he's not targeting the ACU, instead he's targeting all the units. It's not a
He
bad-
doesn't really
not a
care
bad
now.
option.
He
Yeah.
just making Janus bombers and ecoing. It's really we see the unit movement. We paying attention to unit movement, but they usually just send attack move or something and macroing
Flag
at the
gets
back.
sniped here. Let's see if
Yeah,
that's
Voodoo
what
get
Zock
another
does.
T2 power. Voodoo.
Oh, here
Oh,
comes
I mean Zock get another T2 power. Zock is microing.
How's that flag?
Janus getting
Zock-
attacked
Janus
by
bombers
Janus
can't hit
bombers.
shit.
Zock have
Unit bombers
great
always reputable.
resource balance.
And now Zock's just gonna pile all his units into his
I want to see a
His base.
spread attack on Janus bombers against all those NGs.
that would be a nice amount of veterancy right there.
Janus bombers are actually quite good against air as well. They're one of
Yeah,
the better.
but as well as Seraphim, they are good against air, but
Seraphim doesn't
not
drop
cost
bombs.
effective.
It's actually, you kind of look back at the game, this is the exact same position that Zock was in with Voodoo outside
I
of the
think
base.
now Voodoo actually will
Zock
need
has a lot more
to kill
expansion.
some power.
Yeah.
Voodoo
And actually
will.
T3 land for Voodoo, that's
Yeah, he also need to kill some power as well.
yeah, too much.
Tech 3 land. Let's see
He
if
killed
Voodoo
his
can do something.
air HQ, he killed his land factories, but forward land factories he didn't self-destruct. He really
feel
need
like-
to kill.
Oh, he's gonna I'm not sure what he thinks he's gonna be able to do with that T3.
Well,
engineer.
it's-
maybe
T3
Ravagers? Yeah, but
Ravengers cost so much.
yeah, I don't think he has the mass for that.
He need Percival's.
He doesn't have any reclaim for it.
Zock
but
does with
it's
his
really
ACU.
no chance here. Right now, he really needs T2 flag.
One thing I like about how Zock has organized his forces, got his gunships in one place, his bombers in another place, interceptors, units. It's always nice. You see some of the better players who can really organize their forces.
Yeah, no, just scouting from Zock, and he's gonna see that T3 land now. And rapid
Oh, will we see the spread attack or just?
Oh, he might be targeting the power right now. Maybe no. What? Oh, the mexes? No, it just doesn't want to drop.
Yeah.
Scouts.
Scouts.
Very expensive scouts.
Excellent scouting. They survived. So.
Actually,
Now
can
they're
go
contained
for ACU if he not dodge.
Oh, now they're gonna be targeting mexes now.
T2
Okay.
extractor. Yeah, actually they are good against.
Yeah, that's a good in this situation because
Yeah.
Voodoo has no reclaim, so it's,
Oh, that mex survives with 300 health. And plus, if he does a lot of overkill, then
But
there's not really gonna be a match.
here actually I should notice that Seraphim bombers could do even better than this.
except they don't drop their bombs.
On first pass, EF didn't drop as well.
You can micro them probably.
Yeah, the EF, in my experience, has always been a little better.
Oh, but now
they
these-
have issues. Cybern, of course, are Cybern.
Now-
And now shield is
sitting
done
on
and
the
all
devil.
extractors are gonna be dead now.
Voodoo has one factor.
Yep, and all those Janus bombers are just gonna.
I think he overcharged the place where the Janus bombers dropped their bombs.
That's interesting.
Uh,
No. So what would you guys do in this situation?
I would quit and search again. I really think Zock won was there. He did so
you
much better
can't
raiding.
snipe enemy ACU here because he have so many HP, so there is nothing to do here.
Yeah. Oh, and a T2 already built from Zock for good measure.
I think people should use those so much more. They're really a good unit.
They're great for creeping, sort of, but they're very, very expensive.
I think if you get a good position, like a mid,
Yeah,
somewhere,
but
you can,
they can be countered by ecoing, so you really just need to place them to get some extractors.
extractors or TMD or big T2 power, things like that, they're really a big annoyance, especially when there's a long time. They're not very good for fast things, but they're really good in those when you have an economy
Yeah,
competition.
they are just cost-effective units. You can have less mass, less income, less map control, but if you have those artilleries close to the middle of the map.
Yeah, that'd be
You can
just
really
rain
choose
hell.
the right targets, especially the UEF, I believe, are the better ones. Although Siren,
Actually, no.
Cybern actually have splash on them.
they do have big
They're all
splash,
the
but
same
they can't shoot
about-
straight.
Fire rate, they're all the same.
Aeon
It's
is
just a
really
splash.
different. Aeon's really different and they have more DPS.
They have more
Yeah.
DPS and they're much more accurate. Not
I remember
much,
s-
but they're.
I was
But-
testing with
But Aeon is really useless against units usually.
They're
Espe-
great against
especially
shields
when
and
they're moving.
structures, though. They
Yeah.
they're the only they knock down shields much quicker than any other
Yeah,
faction,
it's really
but
true.
Siren can't even knock down a shield. You need 2 RDs
So
to
maybe
do
we
it.
can do another one after this. I think we have good discussions. Well, one thing I did want to mention is that we do have Tuesdays. We're going to start something like the Worldwide People's Championships. So I'm looking up. So people should check out the tournaments on FAF Forever forums. I'll actually post a link to this, so some people should sign up.
Definitely, yeah. Awesome tournament to join in.